Y'all ready to get into it? It's the button pusher right back at you with another important show, Culture and Me. Today, we're going to be introducing you to my main man, Supreme, representing everywhere. It's going to be another banger, y'all, so go and get you something to eat, get you something to drink, fall back. We're going to hit you with another banger, Culture and Me. We'll be right back.
Culture in me, culture in me, culture in me, culture in me. New flavor of the same groove. The PC TV show to put you in the mood for sweet melodies of opposed thoughts, real good talk, or maybe hip hop. Yeah, the culture in me, it's the culture in me, culture in me. Culture in me, new flavor of the same groove. The PC TV show to put you in the mood for sweet melodies of opposed thoughts, real good talk, or maybe hip hop. Yeah, culture in me, culture in me, culture in me.
Pittsburgh, my fair city. Are you ready to meet my man, Supreme? Well, if you ain't, get ready, because he's here. What's up, Supreme?
Going on, Buttons?
How you good? How you doing,
Good.
bruh? Say what's up to the bird, man.
Going on, Bird? How you doing? Pittsburgh, you know, big up, big up.
Representing. We got you're an underground hip hopper. So we're gonna get into it, talk a little bit about how you got started, what type of music you make. So let's start right there. How did you get started with underground hip hop music?
Well, basically, you know, I grew up in New York City, Queens, you know, seeing all the artists like El Cool J, Run DMC, Kumo D, Tribe Called Quest, and I go on and on and on.
Yeah.
So I just grew up in a culture where everything, you know, like Bismarck King Remix used to perform on Springfield Boulevard in the parks. So I'd be going to Springfield Gardens Junior High School and high school, and I would see them perform. So I just like fell in love with the culture. We used to, my whole family used to get together on Christmas, and all the boys in the family would just like recite rhymes, like Run DMC. I would always do the same rhyme every year. I'm the king of rock.
Right.
Run DMC
right.
and
Everybody
everything.
thought they was the king of rock back then, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, the hip hop environment is a little bit different now than what
Yeah,
it
a lot
was
different.
when you grew up in the music.
Yeah.
Now, did you take on the louder part of hip hop, what we're seeing now, or do you still have a lot of that grassroots hip hop music in your songs?
A lot of the I was kind of young when hip hop was really. I seen hip hop transform the rap music what it is today, and that was before like mid '80s, early '90s, like when people just did hip hop for fun, cultures, go to park just to have a good time, and it was like not a lot of money involved until like Run DMC and them blew up and started selling millions of records, and Russell Simmons came along with Def Jam and all that. So it was just like everybody plugging in. It was a lot of the DJs, a lot of graffiti artists, a lot of the break
It was a
dancers.
culture. It was a
it was
culture.
like, you know, everybody go to the park, plug in the radios or the speakers, whatever, have a good time, and that's what I seen. You know, then when they started making money, then I seen it transform to what it is today, more of the industry, when the companies came and put their millions of dollars into it and kind of changed the whole thing. And then, you know, the drug game, the crack came along and in the 80s and all that kind of mid 80s, and so that kind of changed the aspect of a lot of the pure form of hip hop, just the regular having a good time, just culture, just having good messages, happy messages. You know, it changed it.
So now, with you not being originally from Pittsburgh, you've been here. How long have you been here?
For about 6 years.
Been here about
for like
6 years.
6 years, back and forth. You know.
So, do you see a difference in the culture, and let's say the hip hop culture, let's say New York, compared to the hip hop culture you see in Pittsburgh? Is there a huge difference? Is it the same, or how you feel about the hip hop culture?
It's a big difference because, I mean, there's so many more people in New York, basically, so it's more widespread. You know, everybody and their grandmother rap in New York, so every corner. And down here is more, it's still here, but it's like more opportunity here. It's like something like in the early, New York is a full-grown old grandmother in hip hop, and Pittsburgh is like a little child past infant stage getting to go to preschool.
No,
basically, as far as
we
the
trying to
scene
walk
is,
and falling down.
Yeah, as far as the scene is. But it's an opportunity. It's a good thing. That's why I've traveled around, you know, different cities for me being in the military and things like that, you know. I mean, from all the places I travel, I choose to stay here because this is a place where there's a lot of opportunity here for an entrepreneur or for somebody who's really serious and take what I gained from all these other cities as I'm still growing as an artist and entrepreneur and apply them and link up with some of the powerful people in this city and get it popping. Because it's gonna happen. Eventually, it's only evolution that this city's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
It's only a matter of time.
It has to, because
it's
there's a lot of people working hard here.
Yeah.
Now, you said as you grow with your music, let's walk through the timeline of your music, because naturally you start somewhere. I know when I started with my music, I used to freestyle for like 20 minutes straight. Hooks, what's a hook? But I probably said the same thing that I'm saying now, because the problems that existed then that I was able to see still exist now. Yeah. But let's talk about your growth through your music, from what you spit about when you first started to you being a father now, what you spit about now.
Okay. Well, the growth of my music, like I said, I started off mimicking rappers, and then, as I got a little older and started to see a little more, as New York is a very fast-paced life, and then like everything was all good till the crack came in the 80s, and like that kind of like tossed everything upside down, Not to say any specific names, but I had a lot of friends and people who who was just growing up, my mentors or people I looked up to, who were just constantly selling drugs, and by doing that, I don't down with how nobody get their money, but when you get involved in something like that, you don't really see the effects of what that has until you like really grew up in it. Because like a lot of people like, they're against rap music, they don't like rap music, but I try to explain to them that a lot of damage was done in the black community and African American community by drugs, and we still need a lot of healing through it. Because a lot of these rappers like 50 Cent, Jay, me, rappers of my age, has lived and seen it and lived through that, and the repercussions is still, the effects are still happening now from that
and it's
era.
Coming out in this music.
And it's coming out from that music, because like a lot of people, the young cats are mimicking what they see the older cats say. But the older cats, I'm not faulting nobody, but the older cats, they rap. That's how hip-hop changed, to me, in my opinion, from hip-hop to rap music.
Yeah, I agree.
Because hip-hop was just having fun. Then the drugs came. People was making all this money. People was getting killed. I mean, I done seen girls get raped, people get robbed, all kind of stuff in front of them project buildings. That no kid should ever see, a teenager should see.
Should not see.
Through their eyes, you know what I'm saying? And the young people like 50 Cent and them kind of guys like that, and me, Jay, Nas, and all of them, they grow up, they talk, they see this, so they live it, so they express the same thing they see. Just like hip-hop was always a form of expression. And it's getting carried on through waves and waves and waves. Okay, now we're over the 80s. Now everybody know crack is whack and all that, and what the effects it does. Everybody, we're not slow no more. We're not dumb no more. We're educating, things like that. So now it's time to start. Even in my career, my progression, time to start changing within the music. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think it's possible for some of these names that you've thrown out? Now, Jay-Z has definitely stepped way up, and made himself a different kind of figure as far as hip hop, because he's not just a hip hop artist now; he's a businessman. So he's Diddy, a lot of these guys have just stepped in and said, "Oh, I'm gonna take this hip hop and I'm gonna make it a business now," and that's what's up. But do you see a change as far as these underground cats? Do you think it's important that they change now what they're speaking as far as what these young people are and how they're interpreting what's going on?
Yeah, because I mean, it is important that they change, because but you got to know yourself, and you got to know what life is really about. Because a lot of people is still in the darkness, even I was for a long time, and the anger and the effects of the breaking down of the African American family has a lot to do with what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a mother and father. My mother and father was always there for me. Thank God. That would save me, and being in the church and all kind of things like that throughout my life has enabled me to be here right now. If it wasn't for that part, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of friends who not here because their mom was on crack. I mean, I had one of my first little girlfriends, her mom, my uncle, whatever, what I'm saying, slipped or something, whatever, and it comes back in a cycle. I'm dating the girl mom's is missing. I mean, it's some ill stuff happen, like crackers do anything for drugs. And so I'm sitting there watching what's going on, and I'm telling my girl, the moms come in, this is my shorty mom. So a lot of people, they think, oh yeah, I'm hustling, I'm doing this and doing that.
No, but you're actually destroying a family out here.
You're destroying a whole community. And a lot of people don't even know it, so I don't try to preach it, I try to just reach, because I'm from there. I'm from the hood. I done seen what happens. I done been out there in these streets. So I'm trying to get back in and do my music, get back in there, as I get smarter and older.
What do you bring to to these streets now? Why is your music so important now, especially from you coming out as one of those MCs that were mimicking now into, I mean, your name is Supreme, and we're going to get into why you call yourself that as well, but why is Supreme's music so important right now for the hoods?
Well, it's important because it's going to be okay, just like with me mentoring kids, I got a lot of kids come to my crib, practice how to rhyme and all that things like that. For instance, Dope Boy.
Yeah, Dope Boy.
And there's a few others that's in the hood, but for instance, like his situation is kind of messed up and things like that. He got his grandmother, but a lot of his family ain't there for him. His grandmother's 70, she had a stroke and things like that. So, it takes a community to raise a child no matter what.
But you got to handpick that community, too. You can't put a normal child in a community of crackheads and think he's going to come out normal.
Exactly, and this happens all the time. That's why, but for some reason, I have a knack for dealing with kids like that.
Good.
Who have problems and things like that. So I try to teach them, the best as I can, how to be a man, responsibility, how to work, not being lazy, because a lot of kids nowadays are lazy, don't want to work for nothing. Their parents spoil them to death, saying that's not a good thing. My dad made me work for everything I got, every cent I got. And that's why I had the work ethic I have to grind no matter what. I know I'm always going to get up, and I'm not going to quit at anything I put my mind to. And so my music is real important because my music is now, it's changing. It's, the songs I got, like I'm a misunderstood artist because a lot of songs I've written was out of pain. My mom's got shot in the face and the hand when I was 11 years old. My dad moved us to North Carolina, tried to get us out of New York. We moved to North Carolina, Red Springs. Some dude, Indian guy, tried to rape my mom's. She fought back, shot her in the face and the hand. They dragged me out of school. I come to the hospital. My mom's face the size of a basketball. Blood squirting. Now doctor's telling me that she ain't gonna make it. She ain't, so like these are all effects.
Did she make it?
Yeah, she's alive. The bullet still in her. She's alive. Thank God right now she's still alive and everything.
How does a young person deal with that type of pain? Because you got to understand, he's the man right now. Supreme's the man.
Cut this damn thing off. My bad. Slipping on that one. It's all good.
Anything can go down when the button pushes.
Well,
but because and I asked this question because there are a lot of young people who watch this show, and they are going through these situations right now where they're losing. They're 16 years old and they probably done lost 5 friends to gunfire. How do you guide them through this type of pain? How did you deal with it, and what suggestions would you have for some of these young people?
Well, we need a lot of mentors. People, even if you're not, everybody has, a constantly pursuit of knowledge. Everybody grows and everybody keeps getting smarter, supposed to always better yourself. Supposedly, that's the whole goal. I don't down nobody at whatever point they at A or Z. I'm just trying to do the best that I can do at where I'm at right now in my life. So and that's why being through all that I've been through, and losing my cousin when I was in high school. I had scholarships to go play football. I was in the papers, all city, all state, New York, all that. And my cousin got killed. I just dropped out of high school, left all that. I tried to get out of New York, go to the military, went out there. Caught in the morning, got diagnosed with lupus, so I'm in the hospital for 2 or 3 years, even more messed up, from what I was. Just not even messed up, but full of anger. And a lot of kids are full of anger and going through that.
They are right now.
But at one point, I just had to I was out in the streets or whatever. I just had to make a choice. It's either you're going to be
good or bad.
on a good or bad, and you got to decide what it is you're going to do. Either way, you're going to die. Either way, you're going to leave this earth. So you got to decide if you're going to leave it a better place or a worse place than what you got it from.
That's a very important statement that you just said, because a lot of people say, why you do all of this? Where do you get the energy? Why do you do all of this? We were talking earlier about there being some gaps in documentation of our existence. And, I tell people all the time, I'm just trying to document us and what we're doing right now at this stage of our life. You know what I'm saying? Document you instead of our people being documented as statistics. Oh, 75% of these children in these communities are going to die. Well, what did they do before they died? That's what these shows are for. A lot of these people that I got a video I did maybe 2 years ago. I had 8, 9, 10 cats in this video. 4 of them are dead. Yeah. But at least there's a documentation that they were at least here. Besides just to their family. So, I think there has to be a point where Supreme steps up and says, this is what I want to do, and let's do it. Let's do it. Well, whoever wants to work with Supreme. Now, why is your name Supreme? Where did that come from?
Well,
Because when I first met you, you used to wear a mask on your face. And I saw that picture.
I was like, I think that was like Desert Eagle back then.
Yeah.
First of all, I started off E-Rock. My first name was E-Rock back in the hip hop days and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went to like Easy E, not Easy E, but some crazy. I can't remember. There's so many names.
Yeah.
But as I grow as an artist, my name changed along with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I changed it to like Supreme Adversary, not knowing what that really meant. So I had to cut off. So an older gentleman enlightened me on what the true meaning of that was.
Yeah.
Melvin, gentleman named Melvin, artist, and he let me know. So I had to just cut the Adversary. Not, I know this is Supreme from Queens, New York, but it was just like I was looking in the dictionary trying to find names that best matched me when I first met you. And like Supreme was like the best, and Adversary was like a combatant in a battle, and that's what mode I was in back then.
Yeah,
so,
you was in battle mode.
Yeah, I just cut the Adversary off, and it's Supreme now, and I just like been studying for the last about 5-6 years. It's the business of music, trying to better myself, and just lose the ego. I'm here to make money, try to leave an impact or help.
That's interesting when you say lose the ego, because when I first met you, you had probably about 30, 40 cats down with you. Like, you showed me this book.
Yeah.
I'm doing all these different things, and it's amazing to see how when you go forward, a lot of people don't come with you.
Oh yeah, I'm really forming North Without Tactics again. This will be like the 5th version of North Without Tactics, and this is a very interesting story. When I first came to this city, I had to form the group of North Without Tactics, and that's when I was just an artist. That's when I basically when I first met you. I was living out in the homestead and all that, and I brought these artists to hit Pittsburgh from out of all over the United States.
Yeah.
As military and all that.
Yeah.
So we chilling and all that. I'm on tour. My man hooked up a good friend of mine with this girl. Money got messed up and all that. So I'm out in Miami. Let me long story short, I come back. The house is boarded up.
Wow.
All our stuff is on the curb.
Wow.
Only one of us was from Pittsburgh. Chris Nasty was from this city. All of us were from out of state.
Wow.
And so like I came back, I just got a brand new job for the federal government. So like I was basically like homeless. For almost,
somebody didn't handle their business.
Almost a year, because of me hopping into something, and that happened to a lot of people. They say they're business people, but you not. They say, I'm CEO, I got a label. Nah, show me your plans, show me your strategies and all that. Show me your books, where you got all this written down, where's your corporation license or whatever. Show me something. You can't just run around here. You got some rims, you think that's in a system blasting on. They ain't no label,
That's not a label. Right.
That's not a label. And because of me hopping into the business side of it, not knowing what I was doing, and was when I changed from like artist to CEO. That's what happened. Me not having the knowledge of getting to where I get into. I was homeless for like almost a year. At my job, nobody even knew. Now I had my pops gave me a truck. So I was living in the back of my truck, still going to the VA every day, working, taking showers in the gym.
So basically,
I
what
was
you're saying,
just,
if you're going to do something that's not corporate America structure, you're going to have to make some sacrifices.
Oh yeah,
and some changes.
Oh yeah, you're gonna fall. You
better get up.
You gotta just get up. That's all. Everybody falls. I don't care what they are. They tell you they don't fall. They lying to you. Everybody falls. You just gotta not make the same mistake twice and learn from it and move forward.
Let's talk about the coverage of hip hop in this city right now. Because, and I say this probably almost every culture in me until the Post Gazette gets it. I read the Post Gazette, and I like the Pittsburgh Courier personally. That's what I like to read as far as if I'm going to read the news. I'm not a fan of the news, not a fan of Whammo. It is what it is. But I think this city can do more. I think it's getting better, but I think the city can do more when it comes to underground hip hop magazine, especially the Post Gazette. Because I read this little weekend mag every week, and every week you can see R&B, polka, folk, jazz, Latin, and you never see anything about hip-hop. Like, we don't exist. Like, we don't do hip-hop here. What's your feeling on the media coverage for hip-hop artists in the city of Pittsburgh?
I'm not an expert in that, so I'll give you my honest opinion and the truth. I think Pittsburgh is tired of seeing, like, from what I'm seeing, you the most dominant person as far as business-wise, running your business official, on time, being there, doing what you say, doing your business by your word. Your word is very important. A lot of artists here they don't live by their word. In this business, you don't have your word, you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing. People got to believe what you're telling them. And I think it's gotten damaged. The relationship between Pittsburgh and hip hop has got greatly damaged. But this city, and a lot of the reason I'm here is like, for instance, the Pittsburgh Steelers, like the fans, they love winners. Every city, every team here has won a championship, and it's not even so much doing with sports. The
Just
city
winners,
just
period.
like winners, period. So if a group of entrepreneurs or 'cause everybody here, you can't do it by yourself in this city, period. You got to align yourself with the right people and work together to get to one mission. But when it happens, if it comes to the people blow up nationally, and that's why I'm trying to sign the artists and take them on tour nationally next year, and prove to this city that they on BT, hey, we doing this, hey, we on this show, we on that show, and bring them back with all the main players like you, yourself, John Brewer, the guy who owns the Coliseum, E-May from Whammo, E-May, and a lot of other people I can name on top of my head. If they just align it, so I think the Pittsburgh will support it. Once they see
Do
it's
you
real.
really believe that they will support it? Do you?
Well, the economy of this city is different,
Yeah.
first of all. So it's not like New York or LA where people got a lot of money to buy their CDs. I mean, I sell CDs here, but it's like, it's real hard to get a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
But they got to believe in what you're selling them. I mean, like, okay, they see you, but there's a lot of people out here that done damage that,
Okay.
They bring one CD, you never see them again, or
Yeah.
the CD quality is
the
bad.
So basically what you're saying is Pittsburgh, as far as the people who control the media here, do not have faith in hip-hop in this town.
Not at all, no.
All right. You know what? I can respect that.
Yeah.
And
From my perspective, that's what
I can respect what you're saying, because where I'm from too, I have a lot of the same type of artists coming at me with the same type of hip hop. Get it together. I'm not even fronting, for real. You are way more important and way more smarter than what you give yourself credit for. This town really cracks me up because we watch TV and we do what the TV says instead of being original in thought and coming up with new and innovative ways to bring hip-hop to the forefront here. And when one tries to do it, the support is lacking. So you got to do like extra. That's why I do so much to say, look, there's this much talent. And we were talking about that earlier when we got down to the history in this book.
John Brewer's in the stores, Barnes and Nobles and all that.
We can't go there, but this is a good book.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to just say this is a good book because it has a lot. It's called African Americans in Pittsburgh. Find it and get it.
A good brother. He does a lot of
John
knowledge.
Brewer.
A lot of knowledge.
I like John Brewer, but he made me mad when I was about 15 because he closed the skating ring. I'm keeping it real. To me, Homewood, and the skating ring in Homewood was very important to that community at that time. We didn't need another bar there at that time. But the brother's a businessman, and he made a business decision. I ain't mad at him, but I was when I was 15.
I think he can come back, though. I
trust it. I trust it does.
He's a historian by nature. He's doing a lot of other things. So I think the reason that was he was just getting more
to different kinds of business. And again,
and
lack of support at that time, because at that
yeah.
time I didn't understand what I understand now. That's why I ain't mad at you no more, Mr. Brewer. How you doing?
And like another thing, like even when he passed on to me, like that bar at Ramsey's, it's been closed for a while, and the reason it hasn't been open, or for that matter, is that he hasn't met the right person to do it with. Like like he has a legacy. He don't want to leave it to nobody. He's waiting for certain people. Yeah. So we're gonna go to there and do the
Let's
thing.
build. You know what I'm saying?
Together
Because
and
I
holler
personally
about that,
don't mind it being closed because for a long time before they started taking over Homewood, you had bars and empty lots. I made a song about that years ago. You have a bar in this corner. If you look across the street, there's empty lots. That was pathetic to me at that time. That was a time in my life when I was about 15 when the skating ring closed that I was just depressed about not being enough outlets and activities for young people to do. And it's 18 years later, and it's still not enough activities for young people to do. And there are activities going on that these business people are not supporting. We have to stop that. We have to mend the sides. You might not like a lot of the things that these young people are doing out here, but if you're not providing them other things to do,
opportunities,
cut your mouth, close it.
So what
support the good things.
What else is there in the hood to do?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what else is there to do?
What else is there to do?
I mean, I ride to Homewood every day. I mean, what is there really to do? I mean, nobody does. I mean, like when I started doing the talent show for the youth, everybody was like shocked and everybody was willing to help, but nobody's doing anything.
But they're
like
really
that,
not. Stop talking and get to work. Yeah. That's the everybody. He's running your mouth, but I'm working. I run my mouth a lot to provoke thought. Let's go. We're not stupid people.
No.
So
And it don't hurt. It don't hurt to work together. That's another thing.
It's
in this
imperative.
city. I know the gang thing was big because I heard about it when I was in New York. When I was in D.C., I heard about the gang thing.
Well, why can't hip hop be just as big and get heard about in New York as well?
They just gotta learn how to work together. That's the main one of the main flaws.
What's your first key when you say work together? What would be your first? Because we got to spoon feed each other here in this town right here. I want to work with you. What's the first thing I need to do to work with you?
Just contact me, call me. I mean, and let me know your idea. And well, let me say this first. The first thing is drop your ego, drop the bravado, drop the gangster. You hardest thing walking on this earth. Just stop that, because I'm here for business. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm here to make money, and so my great grandkids won't have to pay to go to college.
Kicked off the air.
Yes,
you know that, right?
Yeah, so my great grandkids won't have to pay for college and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So my family, like you see other businesses, okay? DMX, Def Jam, $300 million his first year, just about. He got $3 million. DMX, yes, is rich now. Rich at that time to him, that's rich. But the person who owned that label
got paid.
If he made $300 million and only got $3, how much is they making? You know, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like their kids is eating still now
while
the money
he's doing reality.
He made. I mean, he's still doing his thing. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of artists get capitalized on that. Like even like with me forming a label, like my concept is to give artists a better deal than any other record label will give them. That's the advantage that I would have
if you
over
do,
other artists.
what a lot of people
it's
don't understand, it's good business.
You want the artist to stay with you.
You know,
I know.
I want you to come back.
Yeah, if I got a DMS, I don't want DMS to hop ship and go somewhere else.
Exactly.
If I got a big artist, treat them well, give them so they can eat too.
I think the key aspect of working together is respecting each other's individual talents and strengths, knowing your weakness within self, knowing yourself, knowing what you can and cannot do, and doing what you can do to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? I think that is the most important thing. I know how to do a lot of stuff, but this is probably what I'm best at. So this is what I'm going to use to help build this hip-hop community where I have an influence at. So if you could say, all right, well, Buttons, thank you for this part. Let me take this part and forward us both somewhere else. That's building to me. That's growth. That's building. Real quick, you're a new father. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You know, a lot of young people don't understand how important it is to be a father. And you said you were blessed to have both of your parents. I was blessed to have my mother. I still have my mother. Thank you. But please, talk to these young brothers.
Yeah, it's very, I mean, that's something real deep. I mean,
what's her name, first of all? Tell everybody.
Alisa DeRay Mobley Davenport. That's the name right there.
Wow, she's going to be spelling that, trying to figure it out on the 5th grade. I got 6th name.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's important because, I mean, even if you don't know everything good about being a parent, and you're not the perfect parent, being there is very important for your kid and everything. I mean, for children, period, because if you're not there, they know you're not there. They're going to remember that you wasn't there. They're going to have some resentment, and it carries on. It's a big cycle that gets pushed on. Like my father, my grandfather's father, my grandfather came straight from Africa. My grandfather knows his name and everything. And I'm about to go to New York on a trip on October 22nd and document this because nobody in my family has done it yet. So I want to document, because I don't think he told that story to anybody else. What my great-great-grandfather originally slave name was. But when he came over, you know, by being a slave, you know, he started whipping my granddad. My granddad passed that on to my father. Well, my father did better than his dad
Put a hold on that, yeah.
And my grandfather did the best that he could do, but did better. But every generation is supposed to do better. You know, my talent I get from my father. My talent as a rapper, I get from my dad. Used to tell stories, you know, all the kids and all that. So that's where I get my talent from. And so when I have kids, I'm supposed to, you know, make sure they got better than what I came from, a better life or better things. And like, you just have to enlighten yourself and not be afraid to fail
change.
or not be afraid to change and just be who
cycle.
you are.
Yeah.
You know, like some of the songs I got right now, some of the songs I don't even want to be rap because I'm different
Yeah,
than what I was when I written that
and
song
that's growth right there,
5
you
years
will
ago. You
recognize
know,
that,
I mean,
you can't spit that same stuff. You don't
saying
feel that
I'm like,
no more.
I'm like, man, I gotta say this song. I'm like, damn, I don't really
feel that no more.
I don't really, you know, and that's why I'm working in the studio now on my new material, so I can like put out there who I am.
Step
now,
it up.
You know.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm a mother, and my son got a football game in like 10 minutes. So we gonna let you ready to rock something?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cause
to
I'm
rock,
coming,
you know.
Bray. I'm
ready
coming.
to rock.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Go Shinley. I'm coming, Bray. I'm coming. Right now, I'm coming. You ready to get on it?
Thanks a lot.
Supreme.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
He's about to do his daggone thing. Pittsburgh. Let us know what you think on this. You can hit him up. The information's at the end of the show on the credits.
Build.
I'm coming, Shinley. We'll be right back. I'm coming.
Yeah. Let's get it, dog. You know what it is. Your boy Supreme, CP Production. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it cracking, Pittsburgh. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah. My introduction, the game is we both flow, but we not the same. See, he's alright, but he's not real. Popping against the but never killed dog. I'm more concerned with popping Chris bottles, selling 4 platinum, popping top models, putting 24-inch spinners on a Tahoe. Get 5 G's to shows in Ohio. LA Bloomer should have been on sooner. Flow stay fresh like a small can of tuna. Hood chicks love me like packs of weed, so I guess my grooves on bob and weave. Tap their best friends so they pack and leave, but I rake them in like autumn leaves. What you want game is 50% mental. Other half you learn from what you've been through. Get money, man. Stack that money, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Getting money in the rich man's world. Get money, man. Stack that money, man. Yo, the reasons I spit is bigger than me. A lot of hungry mouths on my family tree. Moms want spinners on the bins. Sister want ice with the Timbs. They want to shop with their friends, dog. What to do, y'all, but stack cake. My little son Ryan wants a steak on his plate. So I write hits that burn up the charts. Your boy flow hot like Pop-Tarts. Predict the future like fortune tellers. See more money than that dude Ben Stella. Dude right here gets his groove on. Big money pimpin' electric slide on. Knockout hits like a young Tyson. Neck force big cause I got the ice on. Since I got a deal, get a lot more friends, get a lot more woo, counting up Franklin. Get money, man. Stack that money, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Getting money in the rich man's world. Get money, man. Pittsburgh, stand up. Let's go. Last verse, yeah. Let me kill it right here. Your flow do like Stockton and Ron. So do like Tallest, flush and move on. Takes about an hour to write a song. About 3 months to peel off the thong. About 2 months to knock out an album. 2 months later, your boy double platinum. Now that's what I call for progress. Hand up a skirt, other on a whoo. Studios jerk me, fans try to murk me. Anita broke my heart, I thought you loved me. I'm a player, so I rolled the dice. 3, 4 followers, crib and wife. Got my G's on, so I rolled again. 3, 5, 6, got a crib and Benz. Yeah, your man's alright, but he's not real. Flow's not supreme, so he's not ill. Yeah, get money, man. Stack that money, man. Yeah, let's get it. Getting money in the rich man's world. Hooch. Yeah, J Loops. Yeah, yeah. Chris Beats, Chris Nasty. Stand up, baby. Yeah, money in the rich man's world. Let me change it up on this joint right here, a little lyrical, you know. Change up the styles. Let's get it cracking. Yeah. Pittsburgh, stand up. The button pusher in the house. E-May, you know what I'm saying? John Brewer. Let's get it cracking. My boy Presco, Bigelow. Let's do it, dog. Homewood, East Hill. My goal is to be the illest one that ever spit it. For my grandkids to say he's the best that ever did it. It's the mystery, like the Holy Bible or Quran. I flip bars and put them together like Voltron. Ask about me, a hustler, so why would you doubt me? After my demise, Tarantino make a movie about me. How does rapper dead or alive that you never heard? For 30 years of my life on the criminal splurge. My thoughts are deep, like them cats who build pyramids. Still got the heart to toss grenades up in your crib. Tattoo your rib, duct tape kidnapping your kids. Let the ransom note on the table next to the crib. Black Tim's, Banco jeans, a fresh white tee with the bling bling out there. Ray Charles can see. Not give you, but my whole team don't give a. You better be Keanu Reeves and the many things you duck. Yeah, this for my fam up north, New York. My man's down south. Let's get it cracking. It's global hip hop right here, baby. About to put the bird on the map. Yeah, let's Get it cracking, man. That's what I do all day. Ain't nothing different. Let me change it. Think I used to round for like 95, man. Yeah. I'm on a run and my mouth is a gun to spit slugs to beat. It don't matter from Queens, I'm still mad at 06. Bonnie and Clyde, I'm ready to ride. And this ain't no Jay-Z, you Beyonce, come on, man. Lord of the Ring, no to the king, my 9 millimeter. Dance and sing, you were R. Kelly, R&B, Doug, catch the becoming fast-paced like NASCAR race. This ain't no cartoon, Pokemon, I eat you, man. Gotta vomit cause I spit so sick, man. But a video game make a blast that, ooh, with a brand new 50 caliber. Holla back, straight from the heart, I shoot darts your chick. Think I'm smart, so she gave me, yo, go ahead, dog, let me edit it out. Throw it in on the hook, yo, shout out. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Button push, let's keep it clean, keep it moving, baby. Third verse, you know what I'm saying? About to rip it right here with that gangster, you know, animalistic type flow right here. Let me just do me. Let me do Supreme, man. Let's go. Next album coming out. I make you famous, 8 bars, leave you nameless. The radio station got 5 mil to bang this. I rip tracks like I'm an animal, knowing your land like that movie star named Hannibal. Smack you like a $5 with no GD, you need that straight. Binoculars, you be me, I'm out of breath. So bring up a tank of oxygen so I can hop out of a plane, begin to bomb again. I rape tracks, murder beasts, I am the streets. Like my coffee black, life ain't sweet, and I guarantee this dog I hit harder than most. Need that comatose, walk around with the ghost. Ain't no reaching me, no punking me. My level of rhyming is like, woo, on ecstasy. I'm a Dodge rifle, 180 on the turnpike, and your cats out here riding on DMX bikes. Yo, that's how we do. CP Productions, holding it down. Your boy Supreme, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? The info's on the show. Button pusher in the house. You know, it's how we do hip hop. Let's get it, man. Yeah, I gotta do some clean versions of my joint. Let's get it popping.
Supreme! Thank you for the love. Y'all know what time it is. It's that time of the show when we play shout out time, shout out time, shout out time. So let me tell you the rules of the game. Quick as you can, we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna think of people who we can shout out. Whichever one of us stumbles, lose. I normally lose, so don't feel bad if you do. All right, so I'm gonna start it out. I want to send shots to Keystone Kings.
Shout out to M.A.
Shout outs to Rural Tribe Music.
Shout out to Doughboy.
Shout outs to Shalak.
Shout out to Hooch.
All right. Shout outs to Verbal.
Shout out to Atterbury.
Word. Shout out to Kid Khalil.
Shout out to my baby daughter, Lisa.
you low blowing it. You low blowing it. All right. Shout outs to J Streets.
Shout out to Bat Street Music.
Shout out to my son, Aubrey.
Shout out to Presco Studio.
Shout out to my moms at EBU.
Shout out to Dad and Mom. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to throw them in there once in a while because they the catalyst to our existence. All right. I want to send this shout out to the Shadow Lounge.
Shout out to Homewood.
Shout out to Paradise.
Shout out to the Hill.
Shout out to Brother Ash. You cheating.
No,
you cheating, man. Game over. He didn't even name it, man. Yeah. I want to send shout outs to the whole hip-hop community, man. Keep it true. Say what you say. Make what you make. But say something. Pittsburgh, we out of here. Supreme, JPB, the Button Pusher. Don't forget to watch The Ripple Effect every Friday night, 10 o'clock p.m. Cultures and Me, and Rock It Live with the Button Pusher. And we airing a hip-hop buffet, so glue in. Button Pusher, peace.
Culture in me, new flavor of the same groove. The PC TV show to put you in the mood for sweet melodies of opposed thoughts, real good talk, or maybe hip hop. Yeah, the culture in me, it's the culture in me, culture in me, culture in me, new flavor of the same groove. The PC TV show to put you in the mood for sweet melodies of opposed thoughts, real good talk, or maybe hip hop. Yeah.